Hi guys. So I have passed my full class G exam in Ontario in my second attempt. Okay, so this video is about I'm going to share my experience of giving a full G drive test and how does it go. So this is K and welcome to K Ventures. Okay, so Ontario has three levels of driving tests. So it's a class G1, class G2 and class G. So class G1 is more or less like a written test. You will have a set of questions, you answer it, and once you answered it, you will get your G1 license. And after giving G1, you have to wait 12 months to give your G2, or there is a driving certificate exam. Once you complete it, you can give it after 8 months after G1. In my case, I showed my since I had driving experience in India, I showed my India driving license original, or you can also show your driving abstract. So once you give that, you will immediately be eligible for giving your G2 or G. So in that way, I gave my G2 in 2018. I was eligible for both G2 and G. But still I was not having any highway experience here, so I just gave G2. So G2 is like you drive around your streets, your commercial area, in this kind of places. Multiple tests will be tested on your G2, your reverse parking, parallel parking, three-way turn, your lane changes, all this on the regular streets, not on the highway. So that's your G2. And G will be this all included, plus you will drive on a highway, you do lane changes on your highway, and you exit your highway. You have to do it carefully. I was eligible for both G2 and G, but since I was not having a highway experience in Canada, I gave G2 in 2018. So after G2, it's been 5 years, and my expiry for my driving license is this November. So we are in October. So I was thinking all this time that if it expires, I can renew my G2 because I already gave my G2. But then I found out from a friend that I cannot give G2 directly. If it expires, then I have to go for G1 and then G2 and then I have to go for G. So that's the reason I want to rush up and give my G exam to get a valid driver's license. So my first G exam, I failed. So what happened is, so there is particular set of rules that you need to follow while it doesn't matter you are like an expert driver or not. It's just that you have to follow some rules in order to satisfy and win your G exam. So one such rule is when you're merging on highway, you should be on 85 to 100 in that specified speed range, and when you're exiting, there will be a speed range posted. You should follow that speed range. There were multiple mistakes I made in my first G test. When I was entering highway, I was not having a 85 speed. I was having around 70 to 80 speed. Because of the ongoing traffic around, you have to maintain that speed because they would already be going in 100 to 110. You have to maintain that speed. If not, you cannot go into highway and pick it up. I know this rule and I've driven highway for a long time, but in the place of test, you have to check your mirrors. There are a lot of other rules that you have to satisfy. This one I did not satisfy. I merged onto highway in somewhere around 80. And the next major mistake I did was checking blind spots. So I know when we change lanes or when we take a turns, you have to check your blind spot. Or when you're going on highway, 5-10 seconds once, you have to keep checking all the mirrors. So since I was driving for a long time in Ontario, in Canada, what I know is I have set my mirror in such a way that it reflects. So I have I will show you. I have a specified mirror, something like this. So Canada scene, nice. So so this mirror is like a 270 degrees mirror. 170 degrees mirror, 170 or 180 degrees mirror. So what it does is it's lit bigger than the existing mirror I have. So this one gives the full view of my backside. Like if this will be the right hand blind spot, this will be the left hand blind spot, it would give me the full view of this blind spot. So by practice, instead of checking a blind, turning and checking my blind spot, I usually check on this mirror. It gives me the entire view, and then just for the sake, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Since I got habitual of that, that's not a safe one too, but since I got habitual of that, I saw this mirror and I did lane changes. So I did not explicitly turn and check for the blind spot and did a lane change. So I did like that 2 times, and while doing that itself, instructor warned me that you don't check your mirror, you check your blind spot. So after he said, I did, but then I was losing points already. And the next mistake was when you I don't know how many of you are aware, taking left turns in Canada. Since you drive on the right side of the road, while taking left sign, you will be on the signal just in front of, and there will be another lane opposite to you who are taking left also from the opposite side. So when you're taking left side, what I do is I check my blind spot, I check my indicator, I did a turn. Because from here I'm seeing already that the traffic is there or not. So from here, if I see, I confirm that there is no traffic, and then I will take a left turn. But what instructor said is, when you're taking the left turn, you should also check your right hand side. I don't know, you can put on the comments if that is like an actual thing or not, but that's the feedback I got. When you're turning your left turn, you just have to check your right side and then make a turn. I was not doing that, so I lost some mark in that also. So overall, my first exam was a flop. I failed in that. As per ministry standards, you did not pass the exam. If possible, I'll share the scoring sheet. So after that, I gave my second test today. That's October. So after that, I got a good feedback from that instructor, and then I removed my mirrors completely, and then I started to practice that for 2 months. So September and October, I used to drive in a normal way instead of using that. And my car also has a blind spot sensor. I removed everything, and then I started driving like practicing for a test. So whenever I go on streets, I check the blind spots, I check the right hand side signal. When I'm doing lane change, I'm not doing closer to a car, I just maintain distance. And when I'm going in a highway, I just try to maintain a safe distance. So usually they will tell 3 to 6 cars, but just to be safe, I maintain with more than 6 plus cars distance. And while merging, I did like multiple checking here and there, checked for pedestrians, everything. And so I gave my test today. So this test, I gave it in Whitby. So my first test was Port Union, second was Whitby. I kind of know these roads, both the roads anyway. I kind of know these roads. I did a little bit of practice in my Whitby location as well. So I came one day earlier. I just went around Whitby. I saw which are the Whitby has more one way and one lane streets. So I just figured out which is a one way, which is a one lane. Where is highway connecting to? So the Whitby highway is like out of nowhere. It just connects to your highway. So you're just on the road. There will be a right opening, and then it starts for the highway, and opposite people will be coming, the other side people will be coming. There is no signal, it just takes you to highway just like that. So I practiced 2-3 times in Whitby. Came one day back. What other I practiced for? Everything. I kept telling the rules. I kept reciting the rules. Whatever mistakes I made, I tried to rectify this time. In between, I also went for one driving class. In driving class itself, I told the instructor, my driving instructor, old instructor, I told him that okay, I'm going to get G, I'm going to drive and show you. You tell me any feedback. He gave a good feedback. So I was confident for this driving exam. So I gave for Whitby. The driving was cool. The driving instructor was also cool. She was not exaggerating anything. Just like a regular way I drive. Then all the streets, since I knew the streets, I know where to take right, how to stay on that lane. I also I was cautious about the speed limit. So in Whitby, some places were 40, some places were 50. And at one point it'll go to 60 also. So since I knew this, I came to this place already, I kind of knew where it should be 40, 50, 60, and I maintained that speed limit. So I entered into highway. This time I went in, I merged in 90, and it was safe merge, and then did a lane change, came back to my original lane, and then since I did it within 500, 600 meters, there was an immediate exit, so I took that exit, and I knew that exit too, so I took that immediate exit. Once that exit comes in, there was a signal, and I take the another exit, another highway. So I took the next highway, same way, 90 plus merging. I did a lane change in the next 500, 600 meters. So the next exit came, I took that exit, came into the city. So my driving test was done in like 15 to 20 minutes, since everything was done. Just inside the streets, I was like very careful driving in 40, 50. So overall it went good. The only thing is practice. So though I am driving for like 11 to 12 years in India and Canada, and I was driving in Canada itself for 4 or 5 years, though I had so much years of driving experience, this experience kind of not valid or valued, what say, it's like, I don't know how to put it. In the exam, what that matters is you follow the rules. You have to follow the road rules safely, and just not an exam, even while driving regularly you will follow. But you know, when you have people in car, when you have your friends or someone, what happens is sometimes, not every time you keep checking your blind spot. That's a correct practice to do, but not every time you keep checking the blind spot. Like I said, I have the mirror, which makes my work easier. I just look at the mirror, I know till that blind spot to this blind spot which car is coming, which car is not coming. I'll just look at here, and when I'm safe, I'll just make a lane change. But driving exam doesn't go that way, so you have to be more careful. Practice. That's what it is. So I got my full G license, and wish me luck, guys, in driving forever in this Canada. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Take care. Bye.